Hello, welcome back to Martine's MS video blog, episode number 9. Today has been the most significant day so far on my journey with this illness, and it's the day I received a formal diagnosis. I attended Professor Tubridy of St. Vincent's University Hospital MS clinic today, my first visit and my first time meeting the professor. And all I can say is a wonderful doctor and has vindicated all my concerns, all my worries. I've been up the wall knowing this thing has been coming on me all the time, and he has acknowledged, yes, you have what is, I'm pretty well 95% certain is secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. And he is going to put me on Ocrevus. And this is he gave me this booklet to be reading up about it and how it works and how it can help. It's not a miracle cure, but it can help slow things down a bit anyway. Obviously, I have had primary or relapsing remitting MS for decades, but that has gone under the radar. And the reason it did was because I had all the other stuff, the colitis, which was kind of stuff you couldn't ignore. I had pyoderma gangrenosum and cardiomyopathy and all sorts of other stuff that really dominated the picture and could have accounted for all number of other complications like numbness, feet not working properly, bad balance, eye problems. You know, it just slipped under the radar. Nobody really thought to investigate any further. So it came to the last few years, I've been a bit more and more unsteady, and I've looked at stairs and looked at people climbing stairs and steps, and I say, how on earth are they going to get back down? Because in the name of God, I could never contemplate coming down steep steps, and without a rail, absolutely impossible. And I couldn't walk on unsteady ground. I was making all sorts of excuses as to why I couldn't. It's my eyesight, it's this, it's that, or I just have bad balance, I'm just not very athletic. But it was this coming on all the time and getting worse. And this March, it just suddenly plummeted. But I went to Blackrock after a very bad fall, knocking myself out. But I was admitted for 2 weeks, let go without any follow-up. Now, Professor today wasn't very impressed with how that was handled. But anyway, we'll go on from here, and he has the plan of treatment and he's going to fire ahead with it very soon, just pending a few tests I'll tell you about now. The tests he has planned are an MRI of with contrast. The MRIs I had previously were without contrast. This is just to highlight active lesions rather than historic lesions, just to see what's new, what's past, what's happening me at the moment, and just helps plan the treatment. He also, before giving any immune suppressive therapy like Ocrevus, he has to make sure I don't have any underlying serious bacterial or viral infections. So I have to have a CT scan of the chest to rule out TB and other conditions. I have to have an up-to-date cervical smear to rule out the papillomavirus, and I have to, I've had 15 blood samples taken off me today, and I had an ECG. So it's all going, he says he's going to have it all ready to go as soon as he gets all this stuff back. So when he examined me, you know, thoroughly, like got me to do this, that, and the other. When he tried to examine, get me to raise my legs off the, you know, lying back on the table and raise a leg up, my legs went into an immediate spasm and nearly kicked him. It was just crucifying. He says, "Oh my goodness," he says, that is quite unmistakable. So an unmistakable MS spasm. So anyway, that's, you know, I was wondering why my muscle, well, I knew it was MS, but my muscles have been going into the most peculiar spasms and very painful at times, and extraordinary. Like I could be paralyzed with bilateral spasms in my legs, just stopping me doing anything, moving even. I just be fixed to the spot when it would happen. I also get spasms around my torso, and you know, I'm just kind of curled up in one position, and I cannot move when it happens. It doesn't last long, but anyway, it's a characteristic. It's one of the things that happens with it. The ECG was necessary because Ocrevus can be very harsh on the heart. I have had cardiac problems in the past. I've had Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. That's actually a neurogenic heart condition, an acute stress condition. It's nothing to do with the arteries or blood vessels in the heart. It's to do with the brain sending a kind of paralytic signal down to the heart and making it dysfunction. It happened after an encounter, my last ever encounter at work with my boss. I never worked a day after that, and I was given full pension because it was, well, that's another story, but anyway, it was certainly not my fault. Also, I've had episodes of quite serious atrial fibrillation, and I ended up in a high dependency for it. So these serious things have to be kind of examined and looked into, and any risk are ruled out, so that the benefits are likely to outweigh any of the risks. So hopefully that ECG and the blood tests will kind of rule out any real obstacles to me getting that Ocrevus. So fingers crossed, and I'll speak to you again.